I'm talking about a movie. This guy was making it sound like
For our partner on
that.
TV, you gotta get a little bit closer together.
Who, us two? It's just us two.
That's good.
No. Excuse me. We're Siamese twins
Would you
here.
quit?
We're Siamese twins. You sit. I'll sit behind you like you have two heads, you know.
Yes, we're at the Holiday Inn in Collinsville today, and I'm interviewing Lisa Mesbach, and my name is Gila Mesbach. I was just wondering what event is going on today here.
Well, today they're voting for delegates for the National Spiritual Assembly. The Baha'is are voting for the delegates for the National Spiritual Assembly. Mm-hmm.
And I understand you have to be a certain age.
Yes, you have to be 21 and over. 21. I'm too young. I'm only 17, so I can't vote yet.
What other events do they have? Excuse me. When they have Can we do this over, please? You're not gonna show this to anybody, are you?
Live.
Sheila.
What other events do they have?
Well, they have speakers. You know, they have entertainment sometimes.
As
the
in
children's classes.
What kind of speakers?
Sing. What kind of speakers?
Important people, or I mean, you know.
What? I don't understand.
Do you have
We have just people come in and talk. You know.
from your religion?
Yes. Right.
Well, and you're from Springfield, Illinois?
Yes, I am.
Is it a big community?
The Springfield Baha'i community, or do you
Yes.
mean?
A lot of people your age?
A few youth, yes.
And what do you do?
We have a club, a Yao club, and we try to get together once in a while and do activities together. And
Such as, do you go around and teach and...
well, we one year we had a clothing drive, and we collected
that's
clothing and handed it out to whoever needed it and stuff.
Well, that's very nice. It was very nice talking to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, welcome to Larry's show. Today we have a member of the Baha'i faith with us today. His name is Joe Smith. Okay, I shall be asking Mr. Joe Smith some questions.
Thank you, Larry.
You're welcome. Excuse me, Joe, but what exactly is the Baha'i faith?
That's an interesting question. Reminds me of a story.
Does it?
Yes,
Please
Baha'i
tell us.
faith is very much into peace. We're into establishing the peace of the entire human planet. And there's a true story I would like to relate to you, something that I think that you will find a profound example in your life. There once was a western town, and in this western town lived a dog, a very mean dog. This dog only had 3 legs. This dog was walking down the middle of the street one day, and he had a 10-gallon hat on.
The dog had a 10-gallon?
10-gallon hat on, walking down the middle of the street looking mean.
Okay, mean 3-legged
The dog also had a gun belt and 2 6-guns around his waist.
Okay.
Walking down the middle of the street, you kind of picture this dog in your mind going ka-chink, 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 ka-chink. The dog only had 3 legs.
Of course.
Now the sheriff was a very peaceful man, kind of like the Baha'is are peaceful. The sheriff went up to the dog and says, "Mr. Dog, we don't want any trouble in this town."
Excuse me, was the sheriff human?
Yes, the sheriff is human. Sheriff says, "Mr. Dog, we don't want any trouble in this town." The dog says, "Sheriff, I don't want any trouble. I'm just looking for the man who shot my paw."
What does that have to do with the Baha'i faith?
Well, it's a kind of a peaceful story, and I thought that you might find it kind of an uplifting example for your personal life.
Oh, okay. Another question is, since so many people have failed with this peace thing, what makes you think that the Baha'is will go through with it?
Well, a lot of times you hear people say that war is inevitable, that we will always have war, and that peace is absolutely impossible. It's a fairy tale. But you can tell the same people that say this, that you can ask them to look at the pyramids of Egypt, for example, are one example of peace. Another one might be the great railroad system that's been established in the United States, would be another example of peace.
Well,
in that both of these, and probably most of the large architecture in the world, was produced by slavery, by slaves. And there was a time even when the writers of the American Constitution, the Constitution of course referring to peace and freedom and these things, that even the writers of the Constitution said that the idea of ever abolishing slavery is absolutely impossible. The idea of abolishing slavery was impossible. And yet today, there is no slavery. We can make the same analogy that there will come a time when war will no longer be feasible.
I have a question. What do you Baha'is think of apartheid?
We Baha'is think apartheid sucks.
Do you truly?
Yeah.
And what are your views on abortion?
Abortion? I think it sucks.
I think it sucks too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's just you personally, you cannot stand for the whole Baha'i race.
I think, yeah, that's my personal views, yes.
Okay, thank you very much for being here, Joe Smith, and you do owe us all a pizza. So.
Isn't this guy sweet? I love this guy.
Stop it. Are you stopping?
We're done.
I know he already turned it off, hopefully.
Hello, welcome to Talk My Way. Our guest today is Sheila Mesbah from Springfield, Illinois. Sheila, I don't know a thing about you. Where are you from?
It's from Pittsburgh.
How old are you?
I'm 16.
16, so that puts you about the 4th grade then, wouldn't it?
No, I'm a junior.
A junior in high school. Is there any particular line of study that you're pursuing?
Yes,
any goals that you are working towards?
Somewhat. I mean, I'm going to become an accountant when I get older, and that's about all.
So, you're really big into money then?
Not really. I'm not materialistic. I just like to calculate.
Just like to count money?
Yeah.
That's good. Do you have any other extracurricular activities that you're involved in? Any outside hobbies?
Yes. Well, we have a Baha'i club in Springfield, Illinois, and we do a lot together.
What sort of things do you do?
Well, we teach, and we have a lot of activities we do together.
What do you mean when you say you teach the Baha'i faith?
Well,
how do you teach the Baha'i faith?
We teach it to our friends and everything. I mean, have them come with us, with our club and to the events that we go to.
Don't play with the microphone wire. Every time you jerk that, it makes a sound.
Oh.
What are some of the reactions that your friends have had to the Baha'i teachings?
Some of them,
Did they hoot and scream?
No,
or
they just...
do they spit?
Yeah, sometimes they spit. I mean, they argue and say it's not right.
Uh-huh.
You know.
What are some of the arguments that you've heard?
Oh, wow, there's a lot. Why we believe in another prophet that nobody else knows about. And,
That's pretty much the story of religion, though. Whenever a new prophet comes, nobody's ever heard of him, so they usually end up killing him. Who is the Baha'i prophet?
Oh, ours?
Yeah.
Okay, it's Baha'u'llah, and he came...
Just try to remain calm. Just remember you're being watched by 85 million people. Just relax. Yeah.
Okay.
Just try to get the facts straight. If you don't know the facts, just kind of skim over it.
But...
I can accept that.
Okay.
What are some of the other objections that your friends or your acquaintances have come up with?
Just that, I don't know, there's so many, I can't really think of them right now.
What are some of your other activities that you're involved in, besides counting money?
I don't know.
I hear that you're into martial arts, that you are in fact a ninja, that you can scale walls in the darkness without being seen, that you can be seen but not be touched. You can be heard but not be seen. This is true.
Well, as a matter of fact, no, I am not.
You're not a ninja?
A ninja.
Oh. It's probably just modesty that prevents her from acknowledging the fact.
No, I'm not a ninja.
You're not?
No, I don't even know what they are.
There seems to be major gaps in your education.
Oh, well.
You watch TV?
No.
No?
Once in a while I do.
Do you like to sit home and count your toes?
No.
No?
I do a lot with my friends and my Baha'i friends.
Mm-hmm. What sort of things do you do? What do Baha'i friends do that regular teenagers don't do?
Oh. They do. They don't drink or anything. I mean.
Yeah?
Wait just a moment. They
I bet you're big into cocaine though. She is obviously on drugs.
What are you guys laughing about?
You're next.
Yeah.
Oh, so you are on drugs. Okay. That explains a lot of things.
No, we aren't. We're it's against our religion to drink or to take drugs.
Oh, you don't snort?
Oh, snore?
Snort.
Snort, no.
No snorting. One thing Gila is famous for, she has a spectacular rendition of the human beatbox. So for the next 15 or 20 minutes or so, she's going to show us her version of the human beatbox.
I don't know how to. Oh my gosh.
Someone just shot the cameraman.
So, tell me about yourself.
What would you like to know?
I don't know. Do you have any kids?
None that lived.
That's nice. That's terrible.
The last one died yesterday, but I'm really not that sad about it.
Jamal?
Yeah.
Is he gonna see this?
He came in late from the party and I had to beat him to death.
What time? 12:30?
It was around there, yeah.
What kind of party did he go to?
Actually, it was a swimming party. I think it involved hot tubs and nudity.
What do I say? That's
Oh, I
nice.
remember that one.
Yeah, Larry was there.
See.
I managed to come and I stayed up that late.
You went?
I managed to come and I stayed up that late.
Me too. We all stayed up till 12 last
Wait a
night.
minute, you stayed up till
Jamal, if you watch this, I'm ashamed of you.
We're all ashamed of you, Jamal.
We're all ashamed of you, Jamal.
Oh, is he coming later on today?
No, he's probably still home asleep.
How far away do you live from here? About.
About 2.5 hours.
Really?
It's
Oh.
not that far.
It's far, because we came from Springfield. It's only.
It's far if you're walking.
What are
Probably
you guys
take-
doing?
Probably take you more than 2.5 hours if you walked. We came on.
Human beatbox. Go on, let's hear it. Go on, let's go.
I don't know how personally, but so
This is getting rather boring. I think we should
As a
probably
matter-
stop.
yeah, I think we should do.
I appreciate your witty insights and your sparkling dialogue.
Thank you. I think the cameraman.
Welcome to Eat It and Weep. Our guests this week are Larry Chappell and Eric O'Hare. Eric is one of the few persons here today at the Ramada Inn who has actually Holiday Inn received a lobotomy. I was going to ask you, Eric, just how do you cover up those unsightly lobotomy scars?
I don't.
Obviously. Larry Chappell is a football player. He plays for the Carbondale High School Terriers. He's a devastating defensive end. And Friday you played in the game against Mount Vernon. What was the outcome of that game?
We beat him to dust.
Beat him to dust. Were you personally involved in this dusting of the Mount Vernon
I was.
Rams, aren't they?
I believe so.
Yes,
They should have been called the Mount Vernon Pussycats, but it's been a while.
Better watch your diction in this. So what was your role in this sparkling offensive?
3 tackles, 2 assists, and bothering the quarterback an awful lot.
I think defensive end is probably the most fun position on the field in that you get to not only punish the person in front of you, but you also get to harass the people in the backfield and hopefully inflict physical bodily harm.
I try.
That's all we can ask.
Joe, I have a question. Is it true that you had a sex change a year back?
A year back? No, actually it was about 18 months ago, and it's a fairly simple procedure. It's performed in Murfreesboro by a Swedish doctor.
Was it a male or female doctor?
Actually, it was Michael Jackson, so that would kind of put you halfway in between.
Yeah, I see.
Okay, I also have another question, Joe. After you had your first child, did you ever think about having another one?
Actually, when Jamal was born, Jamal was my first son. When he was first born, it was a very long and hard delivery. And I thought he was probably one of the ugliest babies I'd ever seen in my life. My first thought when I saw him was, he'll probably have a nice personality. They'll get along. A lot of ugly people in the world get along, so I'm sure that he'll make it. Fortunately, he has not disappointed me.
What about your husband? I mean, your wife?
Make up your mind. Which is it?
Well, since you had that sex change operation, I can't particularly. Since your mate.
What in particular you're asking? I don't know what you're asking. Speak up, son. Get your questions clear, would you?
Okay, about your mate. Have you guys had any long trips away from work lately or anything like that?
No.
No? You better take her out. I've been talking to it, and we have decided that you should take her to Hawaii.
I think you should probably mind your own business and keep your nose out of my personal affairs.
Okay. It's casual.
Now,
does this mean you're going to beat me up after this presentation?
I might beat you up right now.
Okay.
But first, we must go into our rendition of the human beatbox. This is a 3-man effort here. What tune are we doing?
What tune are we doing?
About King of Rock.
I don't know it.
You don't know it? You know it?
You do the lead song.
Who's going to be doing this?
I know the song.
Okay, here we go. All I gotta do is go. Come on, get up here.
All right, here we go.
On 1, on 3. 1, 2. What comes after 2?
5.
5.
I'm the king of rock. There is none higher. Suck 'em MCs. She call me sire. To be this hard, you must be fire.
I won't stop rocking till
I retire.
That's about all the time we have this week for.
Wait a minute. Here coming up.
That's about all the time we have this week for Read 'em and
right.
Weep. So.
Right. What's the name of the show? What's the name of the show?
What?
How does it feel to be pregnant when you're young?
I can't.
Do it again. What's the title? Do it again. How it feels to be pregnant? So, Vita, how does it feel? Hello, I'm Jason O'Hara, and here with me is Vita Califani. Right? Her name is. Okay. Hi, Vita.
Hi. What?
How you doing?
Fine, thank you.
Why are you here?
Because you called me.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay, forgot. I have to speak in Persian. I can't speak in American.
How come?
He told me to.
Okay.
Lady Bishini John.
So, who's this with you here? What? Okay, she's starting to talk like real weird now.
I'll be the translator, okay? Wait. You have to put the mic down so I can hear.
Who's this now? Who's this?
This is our station translator.
Okay, that's fine.
Both. No, I'll just hold it. 'Cause I'm not going to be on film. She talks in Persian. Yeah, you talk in Persian. Hello, testing.
Okay. So, what's your name?
Her name is Bita California.
Vita what? California?
Californian. Californian.
So, what are you having for lunch?
I don't. My name is Duna.
She does not know.
Where are you gonna go to eat lunch?
Name is Duna.
She does not know.
Who's this with you here?
This is her sister. This is her sister, Layli Mesbah. Jason, come on. Talk.
Say your ABCs.
Say, what are you doing here?
Lily, ABC Bagu.
Layli, say your ABCs.
ABC Dago.
Okay. She's embarrassed and she's laying on the floor and I want to smack her. Conference. Jason, say, what are you doing at the conference?
What are we doing at the
They're voting for delegates to the National Assembly.
What's National Spiritual Assembly?
What did you say? Can you repeat yourself again, please? Okay, I don't know. Jason, ask her, and I'll repeat it in Persian to you, okay? پرسید اگر تو میدونستی National Spiritual Assembly چی بود؟
Let's not pay attention to them. Let's
She
go
has
watch
no idea.
Heckle and Jekyll.
She has no idea.
Okay, now coming up next, Heckle and Jekyll.
Thank you.
Oh, you know English! She knows English.
Yes, we're over. She wants to leave. She has to go to the bathroom.
No, I don't.
She wants to leave. She wants to leave. Vita wants to leave. Testing,
She said,
testing. 1, 2, 3,
"Thank you
testing.
very much. It was nice knowing you all, and she hopes you never have to come back again."
We hope so too, Vita. Let me tell you, we hope so too.
My Vita, let me see this back. Oh shoot, I forgot your name. Testing. Testing. Vita, you want to see her?
We are talking today on Meet the Toddlers with Lara Wallace. Lara, what's your name?
Layla,
Oh, how old are you?
6.
What? Yeah. Look at the pause button on the recorder. Hello, welcome to Meet the Kindergartners. We have with us a kindergartner here.
First.
Oh, I'm sorry. We have to change the name of the show then. Hello, welcome to Meet the First Graders. Our first grader today is Lara Wallace. She's 37 years old.
6.
Oh, she's 36 years old, I'm sorry.
6.
She's 36 years old and she lives in Compton, California. Is this true?
No, it isn't.
Where do you live?
Carmel, Illinois.
Oh.
And
You're
I'm
30
6 years old.
36 years old.
6.
Oh. Is this truth?
Yes.
Can you pronounce it a little bit?
Oh,
What's brownie law?
I know. I know it.
Okay. First brownie law is not step on dead animals.
No, it isn't.
Oh. Well, what is it?
On my honor, I will try to serve God and my country, to help people, and to live by the Girl Scout law.
Hey, that's pretty fancy. Did you make that up yourself?
No.
Can you put that to music and maybe sing it for us?
Nope.
Or not?
I don't know.
Well, you know anything?
No.
Something that maybe you and I can sing.
Nope.
Sing together. It gotta be me. We are the world. We are the world. We are the adults. Is that how it goes?
Nope.
How's it go?
I don't know.
You forgot. You have a short memory, don't you? Are you sure that you're only 6 years old?
Yes.
I've heard strong rumors that you are actually 37 years old.
I am
You've been married
not.
4 times, and that you have a career in the movies. If you were going to be a movie star, what kind of movie would you like to be in?
None.
You don't want to be in the movies?
What about the Wizard of Oz?
No?
The witch.
You could be the dog. Okay.
She just memorized that line from the Wizard of Oz.
He's on down the road.
What the witch
Nope.
said, Dorothy.
Is I'll get you my bunny?
Heard any good jokes lately? You lead a pretty dull life, don't you?
Dad, so is the three-legged dog.
Oh, she knows about the three-legged dog.
No, I don't.
Oh. Well, you probably remain in ignorance the rest of your life. So, what's your favorite topic in school? What's your favorite subject?
Recess.
Are you into calculus yet?
No.
No? No
I don't
calculus? How about physics? Well, physiology, perhaps? You're going to be a ninja when you grow up?
No.
What are you going to be when you grow up? Assuming that you do grow up.
Nothing.
You're not going to be anything. You're going to be a drain on society.
What?
She wasn't going to college.
You're not going to college?
Her mother's having so much work to do in college that she knows it's not a good idea.
That is a lot of
We're
work.
going to walk next door to Wendy's. What
We're
do
at the
you
middle
want?
of a very important interview here. Who do you think you are cutting in here?
What do you want for lunch? I either interrupt you
Okay.
or you forget.
I'm sorry, that's about all the time we have today. So join us next week for Meet the Kindergartners.
First grade.
First.
Oh, meet the first. The first shall be last.
Bye.
Talk like you're on a TV show and that you're the host. Say, good afternoon, friends.
Good afternoon, friends.
Say we have my dad here on our show today.
We have Larry Wallace here on the show today.
And we're going to ask him a few questions.
We're going to ask him a few questions.
So what's your first question? Huh?
Larry, aren't you getting hungry?
Am I getting hungry? Well, a little bit. I mean, we had some eggs to eat this morning and some hot chocolate, but I guess I could eat a sandwich. How about you?
I'll go for a big meal.
A what?
A giant meal.
a giant meal? Are you very hungry right now?
Yes.
I thought you were wanting to get a fun meal.
That's what I want.
So you can get a prize?
Yeah.
Did you bring some money along?
Yeah.
Okay. So what was the name of the place you wanted to go to?
McDonald's.
Why do you like McDonald's so much?
Because they give prizes in the Happy Meal.
Prizes? And you like to get prizes, huh?
Yeah.
Well, I guess we'll be going here pretty soon, so we can get back for the rest of the meeting. Did you have fun this morning in classes?
Yeah.
Sit up straight. What did you make?
I made a plaque.
Made a plaque and
A picture out of noodles.
out of noodles. Did you eat it after you made it?
No. And I made stickers.
Stickers, huh? I see. Well, is this the end of the show?
Yep.
Okay, well, you've got to tell the audience that you'll see them next week and to be sure and tune in.
See you next week.
You got to look at the camera.
See you next week.
We're on. Just turn the TV down a little bit. Middle one on top. Hello, welcome to the Justin McLaughlin Show. Thank you for coming on your show. I hear that you're quite a skateboarder.
Yeah, well,
Tell me about it.
I hang around with a group called the Alton Athletics, and we go skateboarding a lot, and we go up to Irving School, and we have a half pike, and we put it up there, and we skateboard, and draw a lot of attention.
Mm-hmm. What's a half pike?
Half pike's a ramp that goes like this,
Mm-hmm.
and you get inside, you can go up and down, and do handstands, and it's pretty neat.
You can do handstands?
Oh yeah,
Do you personally do handstands?
yeah. When you go up, I mostly just do grinds, and when I go up, I just grind across and come back down again. But if you're good enough, you can get enough momentum.
What is a grind? I don't understand.
A grind is when you, alright, the bottom of the skateboard, there's the truck and the axle and the wheels, and the end of the axle. And the truck is what you grind against the side, and you have these little guards against the truck that set to protect you. So you can, a grind is you slide across the edge of the half pipe and slide back down again.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're good enough, you go up there, and instead of doing a grind, just put your hand down, and this momentum will just throw you right up, and you can hold up there. But if you don't stop yourself with your hand, you'll just keep going.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll fall right off, and I mean, you're like 9 feet in the air on that half pipe.
What other tricks can you do?
Well, I like right-handed bonelesses and reverse bonelesses and ollies and stuff like that.
Could you briefly explain what those are?
Well, boneless is when you're running up with the board and you can jump. When you jump up, you slip it under you and land back down on it.
Mm-hmm.
And you can add other things to it, like you can just ride it on and slip it out from under you, then jump back down on it again.
Mm-hmm.
And you can get down like as if you're pushing a cart, then pop it up like that, and then come back down again. I got my skateboard in the car, but
You
it's
do?
not with me right here.
Do you ever fall on your butt?
Well, every once in a while.
Is it painful?
Not really if you wear guards. You're supposed to wear pads like a lightweight helmet, elbow pads, knee pads, special shoes, tennis shoes mainly.
That's good.
Any tennis shoes will do.
Do you use the skateboard to get around town on?
Yeah, sometimes, but it's like if I'm going to go far away, I'd use my bicycle. Because that you can ride better transportation.
Do you have any other hobbies or interests?
Well,
How about the computer?
I'm pretty good at video games, and I can't program a computer.
Yeah.
I have a computer at home. I like to put in cartridges and play video games like
Yeah.
that, but not play video
Did
games.
your parents buy you a disk drive yet?
No.
Why not?
I don't
You
know.
better start working on your parents to buy you a disk drive.
Yeah. There's this neato karate video game at. Oh yeah, I'm a yellow belt in karate.
Yeah.
And
Really?
Yeah, and there's this neato karate game at J.C. Penney that I want, and we don't have a disc drive for it. And I'm
I've got the game.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
It's called Karate Champ.
Mm-hmm.
You have that?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I've got Karate Champ. I've got Way of the Exploding Fist.
Oh,
I've got
I've
4 or
seen
5 karate games.
that. Do you have Yan Kung Fu? That Kung Fu
Mhm.
game? That's neat.
Mhm.
I like that one.
Yeah, I've got all of them. When did you first start karate?
Well, I started about 4 months ago,
Mhm.
and I just got my yellow belt, and I'm
That's pretty good.
working for my black tip for my yellow belt.
Right. Yeah. What is there a philosophy behind martial arts that you learn also? Do they teach anything about the mental
Oh yeah.
dexterity
oh,
and
yeah.
the mental disciplines?
Oh yeah, as soon as we go into the dojo, he'll call us to attention. Jerry is his name's the instructor, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And when we first go in there, he'll call everybody to attention, and then he'll say down for meditation. Everybody just goes down, they'll be meditating there for around 15 minutes, and he'll get back up and we'll do our
15 minutes.
exercises. Yeah. And then we'll do our exercises, and then we'll just split up into different groups of rank, from orange belt down to yellow goes in one section, and all beginners go in the other section,
Mm-hmm.
and et cetera, you know.
Mm-hmm. Are you a Baha'i?
Yes, I'm Baha'i.
What is that?
A Baha'i is a religion, and it believes in all the prophets.
Who are the prophets?
Well, the prophets that we believe in are Ahullah, Abdu'l-Baha, the Bab, let's see, Christ, Krishna, Zoroaster, Moses,
Mhm.
such as
All those guys.
Yeah.
There's been a succession of prophets through history, and this is what the Baha'is believe, that
Mhm.
the Baha'u'llah is the latest one, the most recent one.
Mhm.
Yeah. What are some of the Baha'i teachings that you think are good? Is there any Baha'i teachings on skateboarding?
I don't think so.
I think there probably is. You should try to do your best, I think.
Oh yeah.
That's probably a Baha'i approach to skateboarding. How about, let's see, that there's only one God, only one religion, only one mankind, that kind of stuff?
Yeah.
What kind of Baha'i activities are there for kids your age?
Well, I just got back from class right before we ate lunch, and in the class we did things like, first we say prayers, and then we would split up and do crafts that have things to do with the Baha'i faith. Like we would write a prayer and put it on a wooden plaque, and then put paste on it so it looks real nice and glazed.
What sort of activities would you like to see at Baha'i classes like this? What sort of things would you like to do if you were the one planning these things?
I'd like to do artwork that has, I like origami, and I can do a lot of origami. And today in our class I made origami and I put it in 3D. I made some small ones, I made some big ones, and I painted a picture around it, and I pasted it on paper.
That sounds pretty neat. Maybe you could teach a class on that.
Yeah, I did.
Good, good. Well, thanks for talking with us today, Justin, for the Justin McLaughlin Show today. I'd like to thank you for watching, and I really appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Red dot. We are speaking with Al Krim, who works for the State Police Department, and he's presently undercover, so after the show you're to forget his face and his name. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Oh, I was born in Joppa, Illinois,
Yay for Joppa.
and I have 4 brothers, 2 sisters. Very lovable family.
What brings you to this part of Illinois?
We came to a Baha'i convention today.
And what goes on in Baha'i conventions?
We discuss matters which usually National Spiritual Center wants to discuss, especially today about the peace statement that's been sent out.
The Baha'is have a peace statement. What is in the peace statement?
It's mostly involved with how the world, how Baha'u'llah had brought a message to the world, bringing about peace, as far as how to attain it. With a lot of the groups and churches come up with peace statements, but they don't have a solution of how to attain it. In the Baha'i faith, and Baha'u'llah has brought that statement, how to attain peace.
Did Baha'u'llah write the peace statement? Who is Baha'u'llah?
Baha'u'llah is the founder of the Baha'i faith, which started approximately 1844. And he was, in the Bible, could have said he was the Prince of Peace. And he wrote a statement, I guess about 100 years back, about a peace to the world leaders. And the Universal House just reiterated what he said in modern times today.
That sounds wonderful. That's really exciting. How does this differ from other organizations and peace groups that seems to be abounding nowadays?
Most of these are man-made, but Baha'u'llah's we Baha'is believe that they're sent from God, and they say that man can withstand anything except that which is destined by God, and the Bible also states it, and Baha'u'llah fulfilling that statement.
So that's that subtle difference that makes all the difference in your peace statement.
Right.
That's great. That concludes our interview with Al Krim. This is Mary Lou McLaughlin signing off. We will now move to a commercial.
Do some tap dancing.
This is Mary Lou McLaughlin interviewing Human Shakida. And Human, could you tell us a little bit about yourself?
بله من مال ایران متولد ایران هستم و 7 سال از ایران اومدم بیرون در هوستون زندگی کردم و حالا اومدم به ادواردزویل.
مرحبا.
اوکی. چند وقت شما اینجا زندگی کردید؟ How long have you lived in Edwardsville?
No es vivo en Edwardsville, vivo en Alton, Illinois. Vivo en la United States 28 años. But we really need to talk about it.
Okay.
You see the importance, the need for an universal auxiliary language, so that we are able to communicate with one another.
Yes.
Do you feel that that is an important principle for all to adopt?
بله من فکر میکنم اگه همه بخوان یک زبون صحبت بکنن راحت تره برای اینکه اون موقع آسان تر میشه صلح جهانی رو.
What do you feel is an appropriate universal language? Do you feel that Farsi, which you are now speaking, could be a universal language, or do we need to develop one like Esperanto perhaps, or so that it's a just language for
من فکر میکنم انگلیسی زبون خوبی باشه برای استفاده، برای اینکه خیلی مردم دنیای زبون آشنایی دارن.
English seems to be the language now. So that concludes our interview with Human Shakiba. And thank you very much. Now we go for a commercial.
Now is this going to...
We have as our guest today Eve and LaRuga Glazer. I can remember Eve and LaRuga when they were little tiny babies, just about this big. They used to live in Carbondale, or they were in Carbondale just briefly. Thanks for talking with us on TV. Can you see yourself on TV?
Yeah.
Which one's Eve and which one's LaRuga? What's your name?
Eve.
What's your name?
Laruga.
Are you twins?
No.
No, you look awful lot alike. Who's the oldest one? How old are you?
10.
I think you might have to talk a little bit louder. Let's put this over here. You're 10?
Yeah.
How old are you?
I'm 8, going on 9.
Yeah. So you're about a year apart. Where do you live now?
In Edwardsville, Illinois.
Uh-huh. Is there anything that you like to do? Any hobbies or anything that you really like to do? What's your favorite thing that you like to do?
Dancing.
You like dancing? What kind of dancing?
Rock dancing.
Rock dancing? Is this like they do on Soul Train or like they do on TV? Yeah?
I like swimming.
Yeah? What kind of swimming?
What?
Do you swim in a pool at home or in your town?
Yeah. Yeah.
Or do you swim in the lake or do you swim in the river? Or?
I'm not swimming.
What sort of things do you like to do besides that?
Act.
You like to act? What kind of things do you like to act in?
I don't know.
What kind of acting have you done?
I like plays.
Have you been in a play? Which play?
I've been in one in the 2nd grade and most of them are in 2nd grade because that's when we had the most plays.
Where's your mommy from?
Belize.
Belize? Where is that?
In Central America.
Central America. I knew that. Your mommy's a really nice lady. What's your hobbies? What sort of things do you like to do? Do you have any things you really like to do? Like to ride your bike, or like to climb trees, or like to perform open heart surgery, or what kind of stuff do you like to do? What do you do on Saturday morning when there's nothing else to do? What do you like to do?
Watch TV.
What are your favorite TV shows?
Cosby Show.
On Saturday morning?
No. That's my favorite TV show.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Cartoon?
Yeah, what kind? Do you like Transformers, or do you like She-Ra?
No.
She-Ra, or do you like to watch...
I like Pee Wee Herman's Playhouse.
There's a videotape they have in the children's room today. It's Pee Wee Herman playing Pinocchio. You ever seen that one?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah.
I remember that last time when I think we saw it at our babysitter that one time.
Yeah.
I must have not remembered it.
Yeah. What's your mommy's name?
Griselda Glazer.
What's your dad's name?
Charles Glazer.
What sort of things do they do? Do they have jobs, or?
Yeah. Yeah, my mom worked at the bank.
What does your daddy do?
Bank of Reserve.
What does your dad do?
He works at IRS.
IRS? He's a tax man?
Yeah.
Well, thanks for talking with us today. I really appreciate you sharing some of your time with us. You two really cute little girls. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye. We're talking now with Eric Chappell. Eric Chappell lives in Carbondale. I'd like to thank you for talking with us today on TV.
Hi, Joe.
Have you ever been on TV before?
Yes, but I never saw myself.
You live in Carbondale. What sort of things do you like to do?
Well, I like to ride my bike, see games, play video games.
What kind of video games?
Things like Gladiator, Katana, Dragonfire.
Are they hard to play?
Some of them are.
What other things do you like to do? Do you like sports?
Yes.
Like what?
Football.
Well, you like football. What position do you play?
I don't play it often. If we do it, it's like three people on
So it's
each side.
one guy passes and two guys go out for a pass,
Yeah.
that sort of thing. Which one do you do?
Well, sometimes we switch off. Like, most of the time I'm passing.
You've done some wrestling too. Are you going to go out for wrestling this year?
Alright.
I hope so.
Mm.
You did pretty good last year.
I didn't think so.
I thought you did just fine.
Mm.
Last year was your first year.
Mm.
Tell me about school. Where do you go to school?
Paris,
Who's your teacher?
Miss Ramsey.
Uh-huh. Do you like her?
She's alright.
She might see this. You better say nice things about her.
Oh no.
What classes do you like?
Math.
Are you good in math?
Yes, I
Good.
am.
Got any ideas what you're going to be when you grow up?
Might be an artist and I might be a mathematician.
Mm-hmm.
Just calling calculus.
Good. I'm trying to think what kind of jobs. You get all kinds of jobs using math. You can be an accountant. They make lots of money. You want to be rich when you grow up?
Yeah.
It's okay to watch yourself on TV. You like science?
Yes, it's alright.
If you're good in math and science, maybe you can go into medicine, be a doctor. Looks like you got a pretty good chance of being rich when you grow up.
That isn't funny.
I don't think it's funny. I think it's be kind of nice. Don't you want to be rich?
Well, sometimes I do.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with being rich.
Except for the bills.
Well, you got to have money to pay bills, and to do that, you have to have a good job.
No.
What sort of things do you like? If you could buy anything right now, what would you buy?
Another Atari.
Another Atari game?
No computer.
Mm-hmm. What kind of computer?
Apple IIc.
An Apple IIc? Good. Well, thanks for talking with us. Thanks for sharing some of your time with us. Any comments you'd like to say to your family, to your mother, to your grandparents, your uncles, anything?
Hi.
Anything else? Give us one brilliant word of wisdom. Something to think about. It's the most important message that you can pass on to history, posterity. Well, tell me what you're thinking. Nothing?
No.
Okay.
What do I say? Hi, what's your name?
Jamal.
How old are you?
5.
5? Where do you live?
I don't know.
Oh, you don't? What school do you go to? Do you go to school?
Yes.
You start kindergarten this year?
I don't know.
Are
I
you having
think I already am.
Huh?
I think I already am.
Oh, you like it? Kindergarten?
I don't know what school it is, but I like it.
Do you? What do you do?
I play.
Do you? Are you having a good time today?
Yeah.
What have you been doing today?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Except for watching a movie.
Oh, is that all you did? Did you make anything or color?
Yes, I make something.
What'd you make?
I don't know what it's called. My brother teach me.
Oh. Do you know why you're here?
No.
Don't know why your parents are here, huh? Do you see yourself in the TV?
Yes.
Is this exciting to you?
No.
No.
What sort of hobbies or things do you like to do?
Yeah, what do you like to do? Do you play any instruments or anything?
No.
No. Do you ride a bike or what do you do?
I don't know.
Do you like to color?
Yes.
Yeah?
How about Transformers? Like Transformers?
Yes.
Who do you like the best? Who's your favorite Transformer?
I don't know. I don't know which ones.
What's your favorite toy?
Mm,
favorite toy?
Yes.
What is it?
Transformers.
Do you have a favorite food?
Yes.
What?
Cereal.
What?
Cereal.
Cereal? What's your favorite cereal?
Cookie Crunch.
Cookie Crunch. Ooh, sounds good. What time do you go to school? Do you go to school?
Yes.
What time? In the morning. Do you have to get up real early?
Yeah, but not all day. But not.
It's just half a day?
Yes. I think.
Yeah, it's half a day for kindergarten. Have you learned anything in school?
Yes.
Like what?
I already know shapes, but they teach me some more shapes anyway.
You know all your numbers from 1 to 100?
No.
You know all your ABCs?
Yes. Not all of them, but one of them I keep messing up.
Which one? Do you know? Which letter?
Say your ABCs? Say them out loud.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, K, L, M, N, O, P. That's my mess up.
H, I, J, K? Is that what you're... Oh, Q, R, S.
Lisa doesn't know hers either. That's all right.
No, I didn't know it. Is that as far as you know, or?
That's all far as I know.
Do you know how to write?
I already know how to write my name.
Do you? That's good.
Only my name, not my last name.
Oh, you know only your first name, huh? What's your first name?
Jamal.
Jamal.
Thanks for talking with us.
It's mutual.
Okay, go ahead.
Hi, I'm Jason O'Hare. What's your name?
My name is Griselda Glazer.
Where you from?
Well, I'm originally from Belize, British Honduras in Central America, and I now live in Edwardsville for the past 7 years.
What do you do? What's your job?
Well, I am a systems analyst, and I work at the Federal Reserve Bank, St. Louis District in St. Louis.
You're Baha'i, right?
Yes, I'm a member of the Baha'i faith.
How long have you been a Baha'i?
How?
How long have you been a Baha'i?
Well, I've been a Baha'i almost 11 years, and I heard about the Baha'i faith. Are you interested in hearing about that? I heard about the Baha'i faith in my country, Belize, by pioneers from South Carolina. And that was the first time I've heard about the Baha'i faith. And I was I understood what he was trying to say, but I was not interested in an organized religion when I first heard about it.
What do you like about the Baha'i faith?
What I like about the Baha'i faith is that it looks at the individual, and that one person can make the difference in not only their lives, but in the life of their community, by taking on the responsibility to not only to change your life, but to change the community, and to let people know about the Baha'i faith. We no longer have to rely on a priest, minister, or whatever to for our spiritual needs. We are responsible, and we have the capacity to to seek truth for ourselves.
What don't you like about the Baha'i faith?
What I don't like about the Baha'i faith? Well, because I believe in Baha'u'llah, and because I believe who he said he is, I don't try to dislike anything about it, because that's the basis of believing in the Baha'i faith, because I believe in the Prophet. And by believing in the prophet, I believe in, everything he has stated. Some of the things that it took me time to understand what he's trying to say, but I kind of put that on the shelf until I come to it and read more about it. Then I accept it, well, because of Baha'u'llah, and I try to understand it. So I don't have any particular aspects of the Baha'i faith that I could say that I don't like. But I may not understand it.
How long have you been a Baha'i?
About 11 years.
Became a Baha'i in Belize?
Yeah, in Belize,
What was the response of your friends and family when you became a Baha'i?
Well, their response was, oh, it's one of those things that I got into, because first I was raised as a Catholic. And when I was 17, 18 years old, I decided to seek truth for myself, and I became a Baptist. And they thought I was crazy at that time, but I didn't listen to them. And when I became a Baha'i, one of my brothers made the comment that that now that I joined third religion, that the speed that I'll be going to heaven, that I'm going to pass heaven, So that was basically their attitude, oh, you again with some other religion.
What did your parents think?
Well, after 6 months, I guess my parents, began to take me seriously, in that there was a change in my behavior towards everything. And they just couldn't believe the change that came over me.
When you first tell people about the Baha'i faith, what things do you mention?
Well, first of all, I try from the heart to reach them from their heart, and also for them to think for themselves, because one of the first things I will tell them, look, I cannot convert you. I can only tell you about the Baha'i faith, and you have to seek the truth for yourself. If you want to know more about the Baha'i faith, I'm willing to, tell you more about it. But I just want you to know, well, the return of Christ, is here. And I'm just excited about it. I believe in it, but there is nothing I could do to make you believe in it. You have to seek it yourself, and you have to accept it yourself.
Do you really believe that Christ has returned?
Of course, I do.
Are there any indications or any things that would make you believe this?
Indications?
Why
making it believe? Why do I believe it?
I would say that most people that do not believe this. Why is it that you believe this?
Okay. 17, 18 years old, I seek a different religion other than the Catholic Church, and I became a Baptist. Okay, after a year and a half, I got disenchanted with it because of the people there. They were just pretentious, and some of the rules that they have set up was unrealistic, and I couldn't live with it, and I couldn't tell the world, look, that I'm this, and at the same time, I'm not. And I decided to left that the Baptist religion. And after that, I studied the Jehovah's Witnesses. I studied the 7 Days Adventist, and the Nazarene Church, and the Faith Assembly of God. I was just looking. Well, at that time, I looked at all these other religions that were available in Belize, and I decided, well, look, all these rules that they have set up that I cannot live with. So I think I'm going to form my own religion that I can live with. The rules that I know, I won't be a hypocrite. I won't say, well, you set up all these glorious rules and they're very hard to live up to. I want something that is realistic for me. So I'll be the congregation, I'll be the minister, and I'll be everything for my religion. And I will live by the golden rules, basically, yeah. And when I heard of the Baha'i Faith, all this background search that I've been through with all these various Christian teachings, you know, I have it in mind. You would not believe when that South Carolinian talked to me about the Baha'i Faith, I fired all kinds of questions on him. And his answers were the things that I've been waiting for, and nobody have ever answered those questions for me.
What kind of questions?
They were religious, they were Christianity based, about, you know, one of the other things, you know, one of the things that I always ask, you know, about, you know, these rules. How comes you have to set up rules that I cannot live with, you know?
What kind of rules are you talking about?
Well, basically the rules of the church about, now I understand they were just set up by men. They're very unrealistic, you know, and they still go.
Some specific examples of what rules you objected to?
Okay, such as not drinking, you know, and I guess the way how they, you know, how they tell you that you should not drink, and it's not only in words but also in deeds. But then when you look at them, that to the public they're not drinking, but if you know them privately, just among themselves, then they'll be drinking. And then, you know, I said, well, no, you know, if I'm going to drink, I'm going to drink, and I'll have to let people know that, you know, and, you know, many other things that I cannot think of right now.
What are the Baha'i teachings about drinking?
Pardon me?
What are the Baha'i teachings about drinking?
Well, that's the same thing, but then I understood that it destroys your brain cells. There is a reason behind it. It's not just that it's glorious not to drink, but there is a reason behind it. And when I first became a Baha'i, I was drinking, and the person who told me about the Baha'i faith, he said, Chris, I wouldn't even want to know whether you're drinking or not. It would be up to you. You have to make that decision yourself with God. I wouldn't be standing over you to see whether you're drinking or not. And that's the difference. In the Christianity, people are standing over you to make sure, you know, and they themselves may not be keeping it, you know, and that's where everything is lost. But then he said, look, I wouldn't, you know, you have to make that decision yourself, and you're responsible, not me, to make sure that you don't drink or you drink. It's your baby, you know, and that put the responsibility on me. And then
it's a more mature approach.
Yeah.
What questions do you guys have?
I run off too much. Belize, formerly British Honduras in Central America. Central America. It's close to Guatemala and Mexico. Yeah, it's a really Catholic country, yeah.
What makes you want to leave the United States?
Economic reasons. And education.
How do you feel about interracial marriage?
How do I feel about it? I guess I look at people as people, you know? And I look at the individual. I guess I don't like to look at class of people. They are the creation of God, and whether they have different races that some men have, you know, set up for themselves because it's convenient for them, or because they have set up themselves above others, or whatever, that's fine. But I look at the human being as a creature of God, and that's where I start from, you know, and then I look at the individual. Whatever that person is, it does not matter to me.
I know that you yourself have interracial marriage. Is there any particular problems you've encountered?
Me? What problems? I don't know. You know, if people have a problem, that's their problem, you know. If I don't have a problem that I don't, you know, then that's fine. Do you see what I'm trying to say? I don't take on their problem. Hmm? Mm, the thing is, I usually don't pay attention to the things like that. I don't know. I don't make an issue of it, if you know what I'm trying to say. So, you know, whether they take it an issue, that I think that it's their problem, and I don't deal with it.
I think that's pretty much the Baha'i attitude, that it doesn't make any big difference, so
Yeah.
why bother? That's just one of the things we're trying to pass on to society in general, that no big deal.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So, you know, I don't make an issue of it, so I don't see the difference, so, you know. Yeah. 3, 2, 1 boy and 2 girls. 16, 9, and 10. I have to think about it.
10 and 8, actually. We just talking with them.
Oh, really?
Almost 9.
She'll be 9, as a matter of fact, next week.
Yeah.
He's at home watching the football game.
Anything?
Would you believe Alton, Byron Lewis? He's from Belize. When we named him Alton, we did not even know the existence of a town, Alton. So it has nothing to do with it, yeah.
We have a local access cable TV show in Carbondale where Baha'is have a TV show twice a week. Anything you would like to say to people of Carbondale?
What should I say? Well, they have to look inside themselves. They have the answer. And one person can make the difference. And I don't want to tell them what to think or how to think, but, you know, they should think for themselves and, you know, seek truth for themselves. I wish I could tell them, well, you know, this is the truth, but you know, it's only for me, you know, and I'm excited about it, but they have to, you know, seek it out themselves, and they have to study it, they have to investigate it, and they have to come, you know, they have to come to it themselves. I cannot give it to them. I can only tell them about it, and, you know, that's basically the only thing I can do. If I, you know, when I first heard of the Baha'i faith, you know, I met this guy and I was talking to him about killing somebody, you know, and he calmly told me about the Baha'i faith, and I keep thinking about that every now and again, that it was his calmness that made me stop and think and try to ask, well, what is this Baha'i faith? You know, and then he told me about it, and and he invited me to his house to tell me more about it. And 3 months later, I became a Baha'i. I resisted the idea. I believed in it when I heard it, but I resisted the idea because I didn't think I could live up to the rules. And I said, if I cannot live up to the rules, then I don't think I should be. So 6 months after I became a Baha'i, he asked me, what about that killing you were telling me about, you know? So I think maybe I should be, you know, if I had not became a Baha'i, I would be dead by this time.
So occasionally in Carbondale, we have people say that Baha'i faith is a cult. How would you answer that?
Baha'i faith is a cult. What is a cult, you know? If they're saying that that, you know, the cult is I have to think about that. And I just answered somebody just a while back about Baha'i faith being false. Okay. In the Bible, it says that when the new messenger comes, or the new prophet, or when the Spirit of truth shall come, ye will know them by their fruits. And looking at the writings of the Baha'i faith, that's where I get all the spirit and the energy of wanting to be a Baha'i. Can this be over? And that's where I get this from. You know, I look at the writings of Baha'u'llah, And my teacher at that time, who taught me the Baha'i faith, he told me, look, Chris, I cannot tell you this is true. You have to read the writings of Baha'u'llah yourself. So that's what I would have to tell these people. Look at the Baha'i writings. Read what Baha'u'llah has written, and you decide for yourself. For me, it's not a cult.
I think most people that would say something like that have such a closed mind anyway that they've already made up their mind against it. So they just have to think of some category to place it in.
So they have to investigate it.
Right.
And I cannot, change their minds because they have to change it themselves.
One thing about the Baha'i faith is that we are encouraged to investigate so freely and to investigate everything. So I think that might be one hallmark of a cult, is that they ask you not to investigate. They tell you what to believe. So it might be just the opposite of what whatever description a cult might be.
And that's what I said. Look, I'm not going to force you to be a Baha'i, and I cannot. You has to be the one to do the thing. You have to do it yourself. It's your spirit and this bigger spirit that was released in the atmosphere when Baha'u'llah came. That's the one that you have to make contact with. I cannot make you. I just cannot. I wish I could say I have something to do with it, but I would be, I cannot. I have nothing to do with it. So it's not a cult.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much. I really appreciate you talking with us.
Okay, thank you.
And these are 100 shekel notes. So I probably could take my 1 shekel notes because I took them back with me thinking they'd be worth a lot. The 1 shekel note I probably could have sold to a coin collector. So it's kind of antique paper, you know. And when we were there, they had $50,000 shekel notes coming out. And I would cash $100, $50 traveler's check, and I'd get $50,000. But it would get you, that'll get you bus fare down from the house and work to the first bus fare. Bus fare was